Hello again and welcome. My name is Janet Taylor, Life Organizer. And once again, I am joined by Connie Mackey, Silver Haired Wisdom. And I hope you have joined us on this journey of just having a conversation of really how to navigate life when you are over 50, or for both of us, over 60. So we talked about from the big house to the cozy corner. We talked about that. Then, of course, from cross country to courageous. And today we are talking about a topic that maybe a lot of you can relate to. It's called Let It Go.
Woo.
So, of course, I'm going to pause for a second and let Connie tell you about silver haired wisdom. And I hope that you have joined that community by now.
Thank you, Janet. That is so great. Yes, I am creating a space for women that just don't fit in their lives anymore. Many of us have spent years doing what's expected of us and following other people's expectations and the programming that goes along with it. And the community is all about trusting the wisdom within that we always know has always been there. So thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you so much. So, Connie, we both have experienced this. Is that how do you begin to really let go of things when life just gives you no choice, but you like life has just hit you and you're like, you know what, okay, I got to let go of some stuff and it hurts. It's emotional.
Cry,
Yeah, you cry, you get
cry.
angry sometimes, you
Yeah,
get
that is it. That's what I had to do.
yeah,
I
yeah.
cried. I cried on my sister's shoulder. I cried on several friends' shoulder. I didn't know how I was going to make it all work. It was so traumatic because I didn't want to let go of my stuff.
Hmm.
I needed to have it. A prime example. I had this lovely maroon couch and big comfortable chair. It was my stuff and it was the best chair. And moving into a 600 square foot place, it wasn't going to fit. No matter how hard I tried, and I thought, well, I'll just move it here and then
Hmm.
store it in my garage because I don't want to get rid of it. I just don't want to. And maybe I could just keep the chair. I could just keep one of it because I don't want to have to buy some. I loved it. It was
Hmm.
great
Hmm.
until I got to the point where it just wouldn't work.
Hmm.
It didn't make sense. And it was, Janet, it was like something clicked
Hmm.
in that moment
Hmm.
that just said, Connie, let it go. Just let it go. And it was at that moment that I decided, oh, whatever is going to be is going to be.
Hello. I wanted to pop in here real quick and ask you, are you enjoying not only this conversation, but the previous ones as well? I just wanted to kind of pop in here real quick and ask you that. So I'm going to let you get back to the conversation already in progress. I know it's hard. It's hard to let go, Connie, because, one of the things that I realized in a conversation I had with a friend, and they're purging some things. And she's like, I don't cook with this stuff anymore. And I started thinking about all the stuff I got in boxes, Connie. I mean, my goodness, I got a whole little appliance shelf in there.
Yes,
And I'm like, I don't
yes,
cook like that anymore. And I
right.
realized there's only like maybe 3 pans that I use all the time. And I've
Yes.
been using it. And I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to even go through my stuff. So just you sharing that story about the sofa,
Mm,
it's just like that's when I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to go through my stuff. And I think because most of us, when we get past 50 and 60, we've accumulated so much stuff. We
definitely.
worked, we bought stuff, we've getting attached to it, and now it's like, is it
Yeah,
really working for me? So, you
exactly.
know,
But Janet,
so
but Janet, let me just share this one little story. So when I did move into the place, I had nothing.
mhm,
My furniture was still in Las Vegas. I had borrowed the blow up bed from my son. I had my desk. I had one pan. And it was a small pan. I had one pot. I didn't have knives. I had
Mm,
plastic utensils. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a glass. I drank out of plastic cups. I had nothing when I got here. Nothing.
mm,
But the cool thing was that I was in my own space.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
That was wonderful for me because I was just here and I could walk around naked if I wanted to. And it was mine. It was
mm-hmm,
my place.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I did what I had to do with the little bit of what I had, just knowing that, okay, and understand I was still stressing about going to get my stuff down in Las Vegas because at 67 years old, I did not want to lift another box. I didn't want to load another truck. I was done. So I wanted to have them load up the truck and bring it to me, and then I would unpack it.
Mm, 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 mm. So when you're releasing with intention, does it
Mm,
get overwhelming to you? I mean, because sometimes we know it's like, you know what? Like you said, the sofa. You knew the sofa you loved, but you knew you had to release it with intention.
yes.
Does it get all of that really kind of get a little overwhelming in regards to, because I'm looking at a chair right now that really literally belonged to my mother. I remember when she bought the set. So we're talking about when I was 5 years old. So I'm in my 60 now. So you can all do the math. We can all do the math.
Yes.
But for some reason, that just symbolizes her style
Sure.
and also the
Absolutely.
fact that the chair is still here, Connie.
Absolutely.
It's like, well, that was a
Absolutely.
good piece of furniture she bought.
It's well made.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's well made. So that's like of all the furniture she had, that was the one piece. And I still see myself holding on to some things. So how do you do that? How do you like, you know what, this is my space now.
Yeah.
I need to let go with intention.
Yes. Yes. That was very, very difficult, but it was oh so necessary. And do you know that once I said, I am going to let the stuff go that I have in Las Vegas, it's like the world opened up. It was like I was holding on so tight to the stuff and I was stressing myself out, holding on so tight to it. When Janet, that's all it was, is stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't the items that I
Hmm.
now have in my life.
Hmm.
It was stuff that could just go away and easily could be replaced.
Hmm.
So once I decided that it made sense for me to drive back down to Las Vegas,
Okay.
get a truck, smaller truck, and sell my furniture on consignment there in Las Vegas. I tell you, everything just lined up beautifully. It flowed. Everything just flowed. So I knew that I was on the right road. That's the way I was supposed to go. It all worked out great. But let me tell you just one thing. While I was here with nothing, I cannot begin to tell you how much peace
Mm,
I had.
mm,
I mean, the clarity that I had without the stuff that was around me was mind blowing. It was absolutely and it gives me a different relationship now with the things that I have now.
mhm, mhm,
But
mhm.
clearing out the space, not having anything, I mean, not even a stool. I didn't
Yeah.
have a chair to sit in except for my office chair. There wasn't a TV. I didn't have a TV. It what all I had was me, Janet.
Mhm,
I was
mhm,
here with myself and my thoughts. And it was the first time ever I've just been with me.
mm,
Oh,
mm,
you talk about some clarity, girl.
mm, mm.
Oh, about a whole bunch of things. It was beautiful. It was Beautiful. Oh gosh.
And it really sounds like it kind of because it sounds like less stuff didn't mean less of you.
Exactly. Yes, because I tied my identity up in my stuff.
Mhm, mhm.
Gosh.
Yeah.
But talk about a revelation.
Mm.
Hey. Woo.
And you seem happy, more at peace.
Oh,
So, how did you get to that mind shift that, around decluttering? Because that's really what it is. It's like, you know what? I'm
yeah.
getting rid of this stuff that no longer is useful in this season of my life. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes we don't realize, and I try to tell people when it comes to letting go, it's all about what season you're in. You're in a different season at 20 than you are in 60. You're in
Yes.
a different season when you're single, but now you got two kids, three dogs, a cat, you know.
Yes.
So,
Yes. But Janet, I went back to those darn tiny house videos that you used to send me. And I started looking at those videos and how little that is within those houses. I mean, there's nothing. I mean,
mhm,
people are living. They're living
mhm,
there with
mhm,
kids and dogs and their spouse and all of that. And it was during the time when I had nothing that I got that clarity that what I'm going to bring in my space is going to be intentional and it is going to serve a certain purpose. Now, granted, I mean, I love beautiful things. I love, like my mirror that's behind me. I had to have the mirror. There were certain
mhm,
things that
mhm,
give me joy.
mhm.
And so that's what I wanted to bring into my space was what is going to bring me that joy. And I know I didn't answer your question. I went off on a whole nother tangent, didn't
But you
I?
did. You really did. It was about the shift in looking at how you see things. And
Yeah,
that's the best way to declutter.
yeah,
It's like,
absolutely.
okay, like my mother had this huge, I mean, a huge frying pan. And I said, you know what? Um, I can't, first of all, I couldn't lift it. And I was able to, and I know why she kept it because my dad got it for her. But then I'm like, but you know what? I don't need this. I don't need to keep this. I'm gonna let this go.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, so that yeah. So you did. So you are really creating peace with
Mm,
simplicity.
mm, mm.
And that's what you're really doing. You're like, you know what? I want things simple. I want peace. Even
Yeah.
though I know maybe the journey was not comfortable for you, because it never
No,
is
no,
comfortable for any of us in
no.
order to actually, let go of our stuff.
Stress and the issues and the everything that I had to go through to
Hmm.
get to where I am right now, and this peace and contentment that I feel
Hmm.
is amazing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Absolutely amazing. It's
Hmm.
like I got in touch with my wisdom within.
And
I
that's true.
did. I
Yeah.
did. It was great. It
Hmm.
was great.
Mm.
Really, really. And I truly do believe that everybody can do it too. They can
Yeah.
get in touch with that wisdom if they will just stop long enough to listen. Yeah.
Hmm. And I
Yeah.
like the way you ended that because that's just kind of a preview of our next conversation. So I hope you continue to listen, tune in. I hope you share with somebody else. Continue to connect with Connie. And if you have any questions for us, please post them in the comments below. So again, I want to thank you so much for joining us for these conversations, and you continue to have a great day.